Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I'm back in the Kapoor house, but it's with Khushi Kapoor.
We have brown rice, salmon fish curry, beetroot sabzi, chicken keema, coconut milk, dal, palak paneer and bhaji.
And bhaji is to be eaten not with pav, but with
Paratha.
where's the achar today?
It's over. That's a pool. If you can see, it's been barricaded because we have a lot of dogs. 5 dogs.
Really?
Whenever they come out, the first thing they do is immediately jump into the pool. I was quite the attention seeker when I was younger, and I would want everyone to look at me. Janvi और पापा के पूछे बिना कुछ करती नहीं हूँ actually.
So, but when you admitted on social media about nose job or lip fillers,
I don't think it's such a big deal. I feel like this term plastic is like, people think it's the biggest insult you can give someone. I think before I could have even stepped into the industry, people had a preconceived notion of what I'm like and who I am. Most of it was negative already.
which was the last song you listened to?
Tenu Sang Rakhna by Arijit.
Jigra.
Yeah.
Right.
Such a good song. Because I feel like my driver's going to be judging me. Kapas yehi gana.
कहते हैं किस्मत का दरवाजा बार बार नहीं खुलता, बट आई एम हैप्पी टू रिपोर्ट कि मेरा केस थोड़ा अलग है, बिकॉज आफ्टर अ डिलाइटफुल कॉन्वर्सेशन ओवर सम चिकन करी एंड इडली विद जानवी कपूर, आई हैव बीन इनवाइटेड बाय हर सिस्टर खुशी कपूर दिस टाइम अराउंड at her house. So today on this episode of Sunday Brunch, I'm going to be lunching, munching and indulging in some girl talk with Khushi Kapoor. Let's go. I'm getting a bit of a deja vu because last time it was Janvi opening the door
I
for me
remember.
and now it's you. But lovely to see you.
Thank
and
you.
you're wearing a really nice kurta.
Thank you.
Last time we saw Janvi slipping into her comfortable pajamas.
They were my pajamas actually.
They were yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And she said that you would steal her clothes all the time.
Guts. She has some guts.
I'm carrying a pair of pajamas just in case you want to be super
You thought this
comfortable.
would be a pajama party today.
And you love throwing pajama parties, don't you?
I do actually.
Beautiful home. We didn't explore this side of the house. And I can see one beautiful flying statue without any support. What is that exactly?
Well, my dad likes to say it's based off of him in his younger days, but that's just a really bad dad joke. But we can go outside and have a look.
Yeah, sure. Wow. Quite a luxury to have outdoor space in Mumbai.
Yeah, it's nice because the dogs have a lot of space to run around and
Yeah.
everything. But I actually don't spend a lot of time outdoor as much as I would have liked. I'm just used to like being comfy on my couch.
Oh, is that where you spend most of your time?
Yeah, my entire day goes on my sofa.
Really?
I'm watching TV with the dogs.
I'm
and
quite
that's it.
intrigued by the statue. How is it holding up like that?
There's a thing behind it that's
Which is
kind of-
hidden.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, once you come up close, you can see it. I like the space we have here much more. That's a pool, and if you can see, it's been barricaded because we have a lot of dogs. And
Right.
whenever they come out, the first thing they do is immediately jump into the pool. So we've had to make a fence and barricade it and lock it. There's a proper tala on the pool.
Really?
I think it's the only house that
Where
has
the
a
pool-
tala on the pool. We have 5 dogs in the house.
Really? And who's like the biggest dog lover in the house?
I had the 2 little ones, which are both mine. Like they
Okay.
sleep with me, they're with me all the time. And then my sister got these giant dogs recently this year, and suddenly she's become a dog person as well.
So there are literally more dogs living here than humans.
Yes.
Yes?
And my dad just suddenly he'll wake up and there'll be another dog in the house, and he'll have to threaten us, say, I'm gonna move out of this house if you don't stop.
Would love to see the pool
Yeah,
there.
we can see it through the
The
jail.
tala. Through the tala. Do you go for a swim often or no?
I, in 3 years, have never used the pool. pool.
Not
actually.
even once.
Not once.
So who's been using the pool?
The dogs. That's why
Okay.
dad was like, why have we moved to this house so the dogs can enjoy it?
It's got nice outdoor seating here.
Yeah, my friends like to come over a lot because we love to host people. We
Yeah.
love food and feeding people, as you would have recalled.
Yes, but how much of a foodie are you?
I think everyone in our family is quite a foodie. Maybe not as much as Janvi.
What about your exercise and all?
My gym is right here actually, so I can even walk and reach. It's very.
Do you go
convenient.
walking though?
I come back walking usually. It's a nice down the slope walk.
Yeah, Bandra is a great place to live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have like deep spiritual talks with your sister, or have you taken any advice from Janvi? She's fairly more experienced than you.
Yeah, she just tells me to be myself because my personality at home is very different to my personality outside. I'm not as shant at home as I am outside because I'm comfortable here. I think she's more chirpy.
Yeah. But I hear you are daddy's favorite.
I think it's because I'm the youngest.
Yeah, I know. Perks of being the youngest. I'm the youngest
Yeah.
too. Like, I get away with a lot of things.
Where so many kids, by the time it got to me,
Yeah.
he was like, "Ha, theek hai, chalega."
What was the craziest thing that your parents or your father would have done for you?
Oh my god, I remember we went to New York while mom was shooting English Winglish, and there was one shot in the park where a dog just had to cross, and it was this little tiny dog. And I
Yeah.
have an obsession with dogs, obviously. So they called me to set, and I saw this dog, and I said, I have to have it. I need this dog and everything. That night, my dad took me to that dog's fashion show because in New York they have pet fashion shows and things
Yeah.
like that. So me and my father have gone to a pet fashion show and watched all these dogs in costumes walking the ramp. And then immediately when we came back to Bombay, he got me that same breed.
Oh my god, you're pampered. And how? And last time when I was talking to Janvi, I believe she also pampers you a lot and is very protective of
Yeah.
you, isn't she?
Yeah, no, she is. She really looks out for me.
Who's the one who's stealing clothes from the other's wardrobe?
I think we're both stealing clothes. It's become fairly equal, I would say. And I think when we were younger, it would be an issue. We would have proper fights about it. But I think as we've gotten older, it's become like, oh, okay, it's fine. Me, mom, and Janvi are the same foot size. Clothes also more or less, it's the same. It's really easy to steal things.
So she narrated a story where you were traveling somewhere. So she mentioned how she yelled at you for not informing her about taking some random taxi.
She called some random driver service or I don't know what car service and didn't inform any of us and started driving across. I was in a meeting and I remember flipping out.
Oh, I did see this bit. We had a rip-roaring fight and I was so confused because my dad had no issue with what I was doing, but my sister was screaming at me because she thought I've gone to this random place in Rajasthan and taken a cab off the road to travel to some other faraway city. But obviously it was a very thought out thing. I booked a car from a hotel. I planned with a travel agent, but for some reason she thought that I am not capable of taking care of myself, and we've had this huge argument. And my
Okay.
dad was like, why? Like, it's fine. But she was like, how can you be fine? She's in a car alone. But I wasn't alone.
And who's the one to share everything and who's the secretive one?
I think we're both very open. I don't think I've kept a secret from her, nor has she ever kept a secret from me. I think because I was younger, I would probably complain to my parents about her. I was that annoying younger sibling that always wanted to be around her and her friends. And if I didn't get my way, I'd be like, Mama, Janu ye kar rahi hai. Dekho, she's gone, she's met some boy. Like, I would fully complain on her.
And you've mentioned it a couple of times that you've always liked her dressing and her style a lot more. So is she somebody you've always looked up to growing up?
I think we've both always kind of been into fashion, but like even now she's on my group with my stylist and we together just decide looks and everything like that. She'll see my pictures. She say, no, this shoot is not looking good with this outfit. Change this. I like this. So she
Yeah.
has full approval over everything that I wear, do or say.
It's nice to have a sister, no? I mean, you
Yeah.
know that this one person will always wish well for you.
It's like a constant cheerleader and support.
You mentioned how she's a foodie, but you're not. But tell me, what is it that you like to eat?
No, I definitely am a foodie, but I think
Okay.
in comparison to her, it doesn't seem like I am, because she really genuinely loves food, and she doesn't have any like thing that she doesn't want to eat. For me, I think I have certain things, like I don't want to eat dairy so much, and no, my stomach is gonna hurt, and this.
Yeah.
I have these small issues, but she's very like, I want to eat everything. On a cheat day, our house just looks like a mess because there's parcels from every single restaurant everywhere. We'll have
Okay.
to invite people over because there'll be so much food, we won't know how to eat all of it. I have a huge sweet tooth, so lots of sugar. I've recently discovered creme brulee cheesecake.
Ooh,
So that's
okay.
my guilty pleasure right
Any
now.
particular place that you like it from?
Actually, the only place I know that has it is Bastion. So I ordered it from Swiggy, and it's just this really yummy cheesecake that has the texture of creme brulee on top.
But you look like you've, of course, been dieting. You've also lost a bit of a weight.
Yeah, I think I
So-
was a bit heavier when I was younger. I think I lost weight especially during prep for Archies, because we were doing cycling, skating, swimming, dancing, everything you could possibly be training for, we were doing then.
And what kind of food do you like to eat? Is it South Indian or North Indian? Because, of course, you've been raised in multicultural family, so to say.
I think it's a mix of both for me. I'll somehow end up mixing both cuisines. Like we'll have appam with like butter chicken or something
Wow,
like that.
okay.
It sounds odd, but
Yeah.
we're just used to mixing everything on our plates and eating.
But appam and butter chicken sounds like a good combination.
It's honestly not bad. It's really good. And when you're in the flow of eating, sometimes your brain is not comprehending what your hands are doing because
Yeah.
you're just hungry.
Yeah.
It's not a bad combination.
She just mentioned something very interesting. She said that her stomach stops working when her brain is working so much. Is that the phase you are in now currently?
Yeah, I think now because promotions are happening, there's so much going on every single day, and
Yeah.
I'm not used to speaking a lot, as I
Yeah.
told you before. So
Yeah.
I think because I'm thinking so much, I'm forgetting that my body also needs to be fueled, forgetting that I need to be eating sometimes.
Which is why Curly Tales is here. We need to
Yes.
make sure you're well fed for your promotions of your upcoming film, Lavyapa.
Yes.
So let's see what's on the menu.
Yes. This is bhaji.
Is this like the pav bhaji wala bhaji?
Yeah, but I
or-
have it with paratha. Is that
Okay.
odd?
Bhaji with paratha I've not had, but I would love to try.
We mix a lot of different combinations.
I know. So last time I tried the chicken curry and idli for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have first times.
Yeah.
But the internet did not approve of
Oh
it.
no.
Yeah. Well, this time around, we are having a delicious Sunday brunch. I'm back in the Kapoor house, but it's with Khushi Kapoor. So, Khushi, what do we have here?
We have brown rice, salmon fish curry, which all my friends love for some reason. Beetroot sabzi. We have chicken keema.
Okay.
And then we have coconut milk, which I have with the appam.
Okay.
It's slightly sweeter.
Like appam with coconut milk.
Yeah.
Plain coconut
It's
milk,
just
that's
plain
it.
coconut milk, but the coconut
Okay.
milk is on the sweeter side a little bit. Dal, palak paneer, and bhaji, and jawar paratha.
And bhaji is to be eaten not with pav, but with
Paratha.
paratha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this. I've never tried this before.
A
Appam with
must.
bhaji. Have you tried that?
Maybe today can be a first. Okay. The spice level in this house is a lot for people to tolerate, but if you've had food here before, then I think it must be fine.
Yeah. But what about you? You also like spicy food?
Yeah, I think since I was a young kid, it's always been spicy food all the time. When we travel, my dad has a suitcase full of green chilies with him.
What about you? I remember last time Janvi was eating green chilies like I would eat onion with food, right?
No, I love it. I usually have this achar, green chilies only. You must have had it that day also because that's her favorite.
Where's
So-
the achar today?
It's over.
Oh, okay. So has the menu been decided by you, Khushi, today?
Yeah, today's menu has been decided by me. Things of what I like to eat.
So Janvi loves to eat with her hands. What about you?
Yeah, I also eat with my hands only.
Yeah.
But if I eat rice, then I won't eat with my hands. If I
Okay.
eat roti, I'll eat with my hands. I can't eat rice with my hands. I just don't
No.
like the feeling.
Okay.
Full piece.
I'm going to have appam and fish curry. That would be nice.
That's a
I
nice
think.
combination.
Isn't it? Yeah. This plate looks nice and soulful. This fish curry with appam, it's amazing.
It hits the spot, I think.
Absolutely. I've been craving for appam. Do you also make neer dosa at home? Or you
Not
know?
usually. It's
No.
mostly appam and idlis. My dad likes idlis a lot, I think.
Do you cook? Or the dish? Never.
I mean, I lived abroad alone for a year, so I kind of had to learn to fend for myself a little bit. I can do eggs, I can do pasta, I can do survival cooking.
And what about Mumbai street food? Is there anything that you really like?
Pani puri.
And any favorite place where you...
My dad used to take us to Chandru's and have pani puri. And we used to sit in our car and they used to get it inside the car in those steel plates and we used to
Yes.
have so much pani puri. But I've never been a vada pav person. Controversial opinion, but I don't like vada pav.
But do you like pav bhaji?
I love pav bhaji. Like
Okay.
misal pav and all I like.
Which school, college did you go to?
I was in Ecole Mondiale. It's in Juhu only. It's next to JNS, so I feel like a lot of there was some food stands and all that would be around the school a lot. So it'd be like an after-school thing to finish school and then go there, get pani puri, get dosas and stuff like that.
तो आप स्कूल में कैसे थे? Were you shy, naughty, mischievous?
मैं actually जाती ही नहीं थी.
Really?
That was the main problem. I actually dropped a lot of my subjects in my last 2 years because I did IB certificate. So my subjects were theatre, English, and the most basic level math because I absolutely hate math. But theatre I used to really enjoy. So I
Yeah.
kind of put most of my time investing into theatre. Theatre was my only higher level subject as well because I knew this is what I wanted to do at the end of the day.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
was that clear? At what age did you know that you want to, become an actor?
Contrary to now, I was quite the attention seeker when I was younger.
Really? Okay.
I would enter parties and I would want everyone to look at me and I'd break into song and dance. Om Shanti Om was mine and Janvi's favorite movie to enact. The scene where her dupatta gets stuck on his arm, on his
Yeah.
bracelet or something,
Yeah.
and she does her wave.
Yeah.
That we would keep enacting over and over again. It was our favorite thing to do.
So what was your role?
We'd keep taking turns who would get to be
Deepika?
Shanti Priya. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It would be fair.
But did you guys just for fun would enact a lot of movie scenes?
Yeah, like a lot of the time that was our game time. Luckily we're not so far apart in age, so I
Yeah.
think we would have a lot of fun.
And which Bollywood actress would you all always look up to, or was your favorite growing up?
I think Om Shanti Om, the whole Deepika era was very we would really love that movie. That was a huge moment for us. And in general, there must have been so many. Even when Desi Girl came out, Priyanka
Priyanka
was so
Chopra.
good in that.
Yeah.
I think that song also was quite iconic for everyone, I think.
Now have you met Deepika or Priyanka?
Yeah, and I'm always in awe still. I think they have such a presence to them. You can't not look,
So in your mind, did you ever have a second option कि अगर acting नहीं हुआ तो मैं ये करूँगी, या ये clear था कि मुझे actor ही बनना है? And both of you always wanted to be actors?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, our playground was a movie set. Parents would take us to every single shoot they would have. So I don't think we knew anything else. Our dinner table conversations were about movies. Our whole family is in the industry. So I don't think it was ever a moment of, so what are they going to do when they grow up? I think we knew that this is what we're going to do.
And tell me about Lavyapa. I saw the trailer, looked amazing. How did the film
Thank you.
happen? What were your thoughts when you were offered this film?
My dad had told me to watch the original movie a really long time ago. I remember watching it and really liking it. He told me that this movie is being made in Hindi, and I was really very excited because I like the original movie so much. It's a really nice story. It's very relevant. And then I had a narration. I thought the dialogues were so funny and the script was so funny, especially because the original one was made in the South. So of course, I think culture in the jokes makes a huge difference. So when I had heard this script, I was laughing out loud. And that's not something I do very easily also.
When you sign on a film, Khushi, your father has been in the industry for so long, sister also. आप किसी से advice लेते हो या खुद decide करते हो कि मुझे कौन सी film करनी है?
जानवी और पापा के पूछे बिना कुछ करती नहीं हूँ actually. I just feel like मैं बहुत नई हूँ and they have so much more experience. So I just wouldn't feel comfortable making any big life decision without having their blessing first. I think maybe initially I had a period of, I'm independent and I'll do what I feel is correct, and that's true of course, but I just feel more safe in life when I feel like they're on the same page as me.
So Lavyapa is about Gen Z love, right? Even the tagline of the film is like that. How do you think is Gen Z love different than traditional love?
I mean, I think the feeling is the same, but I think it's become a little complicated because there's so many new terms and phrases and gray areas that people have gotten themselves into. It's not really as easy as you're either in a relationship or not. And I think before that used to be the case. So I think boundaries is something that people don't really establish nowadays because they don't ask each other the right questions. So I think maybe that's the one thing that's different between then and now. I'm quite straightforward as a person. I don't think I would like to beat around the bush. I'd want to know it as it is. You either like me or you don't like me. We're either doing this or we're not doing this.
Okay.
I don't really like gray areas so much. I'm very like all in.
So if you like someone, would you approach or would you wait to be approached by that person? See if you find somebody attractive.
I'm very all in, but I'm very shy also. I don't know how forward I would be able to be. But maybe in my own way, I would drop enough hints for them to notice and approach me.
Okay.
So I'd make it really obvious, but I would hope that they would make the first move.
It works.
I think it works.
You guys, I think, swap phones
Yeah.
for 24 hours. Would you be comfortable giving your phone to anyone for 24 hours?
I think I'd be fine with it.
What's the strangest thing that they would find on your phone?
Just ugly pictures of me.
They're not ugly. By the way, you mastered the art of mirror selfies. आपका पूरा Instagram में I was just checking, there's so many mirror selfies. How do you do it? What's the trick?
Just good lighting, I think. My friends and I have a habit of just competing with each other who can make the ugliest face. So our entire group chat library will just be like really close pictures of our chins. In the shower, like making an ugly face. Like we have very unattractive pictures of each other.
Why do they not make it to Instagram? We would love to see that.
Those are the secrets you'll find on the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
So let's play a game around the phone then. Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. You've got to tell me what you would do. So if you accidentally swapped phones with someone, what's the most awkward thing they would find on your phone?
Besides unattractive pictures of me. See, this is hard because I have like nothing to hide on my phone really. I had gotten my eyebrows like nano bladed the other day. I have naturally very thick eyebrows, but I just found some gaps in them. So I went and I got it a bit filled in. And you can't get your eyebrows wet for 10 days. So they give you a shield on your face that you stick on your forehead while you shower. And it looks really funny because you're in the shower and you're wearing like a shield on your face. So I just took really close up pictures and I sent it to my friends without any context whatsoever. And they didn't even question it because this is just so normal.
You know, but it's amazing how you've spoken about the cosmetically, you know, how a lot of actresses do enhance their beauties. But what was appreciated is the fact that you also openly spoke about it. What was your thought process while doing it?
I don't think it's such a big deal. I think the main issue is that like people are scared they'll get hate if they come out and admit it. But I just feel like there's gonna be hate either way. I feel like this term plastic is like the people think it's the biggest insult you can give someone. But I don't think it's bad if someone gets work done and stuff like that. I think the issue is when people enhance themselves cosmetically and then say that I woke up like this and I'm completely natural, because then you're setting an unrealistic standard of beauty. It's unfair to like younger girls and boys who look up to you and they think, oh, I don't look like that. Why can't I look like that? But it's because so much effort has gone into it. You know, you have a team, you have so many people, facials and this and that. There's so many new things, skincare that you can do to look a certain way, and not everyone knows that. So I think you might as well be honest, because people are gonna not like you for some or the other reason. And I didn't want it to be like oh, she's come out and said it. That's why I just replied to some random comment. I don't think it should be that
big a deal, right? So, but when you admitted on social media about nose job or lip fillers, did you get any kind of a judgment, or was it all positive?
I mean, to be fair, I understand where other people are coming from, because I was scared for a while as well, because I thought they're already saying plastic. They're saying I've done things that I've not done. So if I say the 1-2 things I have done, then will they hate me even more? Because I've admitted it. But then you think about it and it's not a big deal. Whether I've done the 10 things they think I have or not, I'm still the same person. So it really doesn't matter.
Okay. Going back to your phone game, who was the last person you texted and what was the message?
I don't know. Maybe my manager, Naz. I must have texted her.
What's your current phone wallpaper? Where's your phone? I would like to see your wallpaper.
My phone wallpaper, I made it myself. It's my 4 children.
What are their names? Tell us the names of your dogs.
So we have Mochi and Panda, who are the little ones. And then we have Saitama and Bhaitama, who are the big ones. Don't ask me about the names of the big ones.
Saitama and Bhaitama.
Yeah, so first Janvi got Saitama, and I think it's named after an anime character. Saitama Sensei or something like that. I don't know. And then we got another dog, and she said he's his bhai, so let's name him Bhaitama. And I was just like, that's so unfair to this poor, beautiful dog. It's such lazy naming. You could at least come up with something original.
By the way, I have to say the food is really good.
Thank you.
Love the bhaji and the fish curry. And I'll also like to try the beetroot sabzi.
Yes.
What would you like to have? You want to have this chicken?
I'm gonna have the appam and the coconut actually.
Okay. Which was the last song you listened to?
I'm obsessed with Tenu Sang Rakhna by Arijit.
Jigra.
Yeah.
Right.
Such a good song. Like the version in the movie, basically BGM. But I was so obsessed with it. I went on YouTube and I searched for it, and there's this slowed down version
Yeah.
of Tenu Sang Rakhna. That's my favorite. Because I feel like my driver's going to be judging me because being like, Vapas yehi gana. But then I'm like, it's fine. I really want to hear this song. Because I'll sit and immediately that same song will start first thing, and I'll look and I'll be like, oh shit, I feel really bad for him. But
अच्छा driving आती है?
I have a license and I can drive if I need to, but I don't.
And you
just
prefer
for the
not
safety
to.
of other people.
Yeah, please, Khushi. Yeah. I think it's a good idea. What's the most used emoji for you? And what does it say about your personality?
I know it's lame, but I use the white heart a lot. I don't know why. I just like how it looks.
Okay.
It's more aesthetic to me than the red heart.
And what's your daily screen time?
I don't know, but I think it's a lot. I just tend to wake up and check my phone like every person does, I think.
And the first app you open every morning?
WhatsApp.
Who's the most famous person in your phone contacts?
Bonnie Kapoor.
Ooh. And what do you think are the perks and perils of being famous? Of course, you've been raised in a family who's always had the limelight.
I think there's many perks and many setbacks as well. As great as it is being in this family, there's so much I've gotten because I'm in this family. I do come with a certain baggage because of it as well. I think before I could have even stepped into the industry, people had a preconceived notion of what I'm like and who I am. Most of it was negative already before I could even have a chance to really express myself.
Was it negative?
I mean, maybe I was younger. I just focused on the negative. I think there's a good side and there's a bad side as well. Like everything in life, I think I just have to focus more on the good.
But when you hear anything negative about yourself, does it really bring down your energy? Does it really bother you? What phase are you in currently?
I think maybe initially it would. I would really fixate on what people have to say about me, but I just feel like it's been so long. It's the same thing. People are saying the same thing. So I don't think there's anything I can really do to change it. Most of the things people don't like about me are things I can't really change about myself.
And also, comparisons are going to happen. Your sister being in the same industry. And I think even growing up, when there are two sisters in the household, there are few comparisons or comments or remarks coming in from family members. Is that something that has happened to you or something that you're expecting would happen in the industry as you're moving forward?
You can't blame people for wanting to compare because we're all in this industry together. But I don't think I would take anything anyone has to say to heart. I think my sister is one of the most talented people I've known. I think she's a phenomenal actress and dancer, and there's so much I can learn from her. So yeah, I think I just want to keep improving myself and learning from all of the people around me.
What aspect of acting do you enjoy the most?
I love the prep period of films. I think that's the most interesting phase for I think everyone a part of the film, because that's where you do most of the learning and understanding. You kind of dissect the script with your director and your co-actors, and you kind of discover so many things, and I think that's such an interesting and fun phase, because when you get to set, you just apply everything you've learned. I think finding your character is the best part for me.
Let me give you a few scenarios and you tell me who would you go to for the following situations.
Okay.
For an impromptu trip.
My sister. Yeah.
Is she more of a traveler than you, or?
Yeah, she's been everywhere.
Okay.
And she's good at it as well. Like, she knows the correct places to eat and the right places to stay. So I think I would definitely go to her.
As soon as you find some fresh gossip.
Audrey. I would definitely go to Audrey. I think he's the right person for gossip.
Wouldn't he get more gossip, or?
In the off chance that I happen to come to know of something before him, I think I would tell him so he's up to date.
For deep talks at 3 a.m.
Maybe my best friends, the ones that stay awake till late, I think I'd call them.
And do you have best friends in the industry or mostly?
I have a few in the industry. I know Shania is my cousin, but I see her as more of my best friend than my cousin. And then my other friend Anjani just debuted this last year as well. So I do have a few friends in the industry.
As soon as you sign a film.
Well, my dad would probably tell me. So I don't think I'd have to tell him.
Okay. To manage boy troubles or relationship issues.
My sister.
Okay.
I'm trying not to say that for everything.
But is she good with relationship advice?
I think she's good with everything. And it's also just like a younger sibling thing, I think, to just naturally go to your older sister or brother for everything.
Yeah. And do you share everything with her?
Yeah, I don't think there's something she doesn't know about me.
Dealing with haters.
My sister. Yeah, but like she's dealt with the same thing. So
Yeah.
I just feel like she'd be the right person to go to.
When you're dealing with haters yourself versus your sister dealing with haters, that probably hurts more when your family members are dealing with it.
Yeah.
Would you agree to that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I feel like I get more defensive when I hear something about her as opposed to something about myself.
Love Yapa is all about Gen Z love. I want to know, what do you think are the red flags in a relationship?
I think someone who speaks disrespectfully to other people, I think immediately I would get an ache and just not want to be around them. I think it tells a lot about you, the way you speak to other people and how you behave with other people. So I think someone who's not kind,
Yeah.
immediately no.
And what would be a green flag?
Someone who is understanding and caring. I think someone who understands my needs and is there for me.
So in the film Love Yapa, the phones are being swapped, and I'm sure that's going to be a lot of inspiration for a lot of couples
Yeah.
to do that. Do you think it's a good idea, or it could land them into trouble?
I mean, I personally don't believe in the idea of checking your partner's phone and I don't see the need in having your partner's password and things like that. I don't know. I feel like that's a personal boundary that I wouldn't want to invade someone else's. So, I mean, my phone's pretty open, but I wouldn't really want to do that to someone else. If
Yeah.
like they're not comfortable or I don't know. I feel like you should have enough trust to not need to do that. But that's why I feel like this movie is coming out on 7th Feb. So if in case you do that, you can make up before Valentine's Day. There's enough time.
Khushi, we wish you all the best
Thank
for
you.
Love Yapa. The
Thank
trailer
you.
looks amazing. And before we let you go, please teach me the step, which has been going viral.
It's quite easy. So
Okay.
L-O-V-E Yapa Yapa L-O-V-E
Yapa Yapa. Oh! Thank you so much, Khushi.
Thank you.
Wonderful being here. And
Thank
next
you.
time, I would love to meet both the sisters together.
and all the dogs.
And all the dogs. Now, I'm scared of dogs though.
Oh no!
Yeah. But okay, they're your dogs, so
Yeah.
I'll manage.